It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard.
Yo, good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning. Say what's up in the chat. Let me know you're awake out there, alive, and doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Welcome in. Good morning, Big Head Reef. Good morning, Simply Me Alley, Francesco, Goke, Lawrence, 47, Parsi T, Mr. Nobody. Good morning, Melda, James, Shamar, Space. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Z-Trade says, who is ready to short and take more L's today? I know I am. Z-Trades, that's the spirit. See, Z-Trades, those are the types. Listen, that's the type of positivity we need around here. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Matt? PJ Ham, Oro, Sean. Can you bless me with something money-wise? Can you suck it? What? All right, guys, let's jump into the charts. We got, less than a minute here till market open. And a couple things to note. Obviously, unless you're blind, you've probably noticed the new week opening gap was quite a doozy. Like a 213-point new week opening gap here on the NASDAQ. And we are just grinding new all-time highs. Yeah, so that's fun. So far, we've traded above Asia session highs, and we're grinding new all-time highs right away this morning in pre-market. Market's about to open up here in 10 seconds. As far as my bias, I got my eyes on the new week opening gap. So we'll see if it gets there today. We'll see if it wants to leave it for FOMC tomorrow. Looks like we have scheduled 10 a.m. orange folder news, Richmond Manufacturing Index. And we got FOMC tomorrow afternoon. So I guess just a heads up, I'll be live tomorrow afternoon after FOMC, not in the morning, is my plan. And then also today, we have, what is it, Visa earnings today, I want to say. Where's the top of the list here? Yeah, so we have Visa earnings after hours today. It's not a $1 trillion market cap, but it should still be some volatility when that hits, I would think. And then tomorrow, we got Google, Microsoft, Meta earnings all after hours. So I don't know. We'll see how. Like I said, after FOMC, once we get past FOMC, this will be obviously pending, and there'll be some anticipation for these earnings. And then obviously Thursday, we have Apple and Amazon as well. So yeah, a lot of earnings this week. Rate cuts incoming, most likely. The forecast right now is another 25 basis point cut. So potentially we could be seeing that getting priced in currently so far this week, with price just continuing to go higher here. But yeah. It's hard to not want to, you see this big new week opening gap and not want to trade toward that, and build a narrative around trading toward this, right? But got to be patient. Don't want to get wrecked here too bad, too consistently trying to short these all-time highs. But boy, is it enticing. I won't lie to you, chat. That's the thing about me, is I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna say it's not enticing, because it fucking is. It is enticing. And who knows, maybe we'll get something around that, but maybe not. Good morning, Trading Chain. Good morning, Shamar. Good morning, Jamie. Could you explain the Lightning funded payout policy for Tradeify? In terms of, is there something specific, Shamar? Otherwise, just real quick cliff notes to know. 20% consistency rule. The profit target would be similar to like if you were trading a 50K, 100K or 150K evaluation, but when you hit the profit target, as long as you've as long as you're within the consistency rule, you qualify for a payout. And then there are payout caps for the moment still on the Lightning funded accounts, but all of that can be found. It's different per account. So like, for example, the 150Ks is 3K for, I believe it's your first 3 payouts, and then 4 and 5, you get 3,500 plus, and then usually you're getting moved to live after that. But hopefully that answers your question, Shamar. What's up, Bella? Good to see you. Bella in the building. What's up, Lorenzo? Market maker, model only. Simba, good morning. I'm doing well, market maker, man. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Good to be back. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's throw on these other charts here. See what ES and YM are up to. So we got NQ right now working higher. First 5 minutes of open. We got ES selling off and YM selling off currently. Interesting. Interessante. We got gold. Gold's kind of selling off here at equities open as well. But yeah, all I know is we're above Asia range. We're above London. So potential draws obviously would be kind of the idea. At least in an ideal world, see a reversal towards New York midnight, London low, and then potentially that new week opening gap that was or has been left wide open, chat. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. You long the end dog? Where is the end dog right now? Oh, right here. You longed pre-market? 850. What a crazy. Just perma bullish, boys. Perma bullish. Bitcoin right now 115. Ooh, fetch is up almost 3%. Nice, nice. Gold down 2% right now. What's the hourly? Hourly on gold. Yeah, dude, gold might be even weaker than expected. Did not even get back to rebalance this range before going lower. Oof. Oof. Gold off of its all-time high. Damn. Over 11%. Off the highs here. Holy wick. Oh, let's drop down. Ooh, look at this. Sharp sell here. 930. First presented gap is here, technically. Here, fucker. Come here. There you go. But yeah, guys, I guess we got medium impact news at 10 a.m. Manufacturing index. And then, yeah, let me mark out quickly here. London low. I think this is London here. Yeah. London low. And then obviously new week opening gap is like 723.5. Trading view is being a little laggy. It's half-ass tempting to want to almost short this inversion here. Yeah, we'll try shorts here. I'm going to try to short off this inversion and see if we can get below 930. Turn this off. And toward New York Midnight in London. But mentally, stop is at the high end of this gap. I know my stop is here for right now. Hard stop's at 83. 30-point stop. But if we get back above this gap, I'm just going to close out. Haven't learned from Friday? I guess not. Oof. See if we can reject. I like that wick. Picking the top, that'd be cool. I'm watching, bro, look at ES here. ES is just fucking melting right now. ES melting, YM melting. Bro, come on, NQ. What are you doing? Look at YM here. What's up, Money Glitch? I did, yes. I did, yes. Yeah, those set of accounts were fucking torched. I had like a little bit of margin left on them, so I just said screw it. By a little bit, I was like literally a couple $100. Yeah, this sucks. ES and YM looking weak and NQ not looking weak at all. Literally like no profit ever really on this trade. Trying to give it a moment here just to see if we get some quick rejection off of first presented fair value gap. Otherwise, GG's. Bro, what? Oh, look at this. I feel offended right now. NQ, what are you doing? Look at this wick on the hourly on ES here. Oh my god. And meanwhile, NQ's candle looks like a fucking Shrek boner. Please, can I trade gold? Yeah, this looks like a stop, most likely. Fuck. Can I trade gold? I don't really see an opportunity on gold right now. Man. That's depressing right here. How do you not even give us a... How do you not even give us a little bit of hope here on this? Oh, thanks, Melda. Yeah, guys, Grand Cup starts Sunday. Dude, it's already October 28th. It's kind of crazy. Get this month over with. Get this freaking month over with already. Spooky season sucks. God, I'm still holding this, but literally just strength like no other on NQ right now. Weakness on ES and YM. That's super unfortunate. I mean, look at dude. Looks like ES is just gonna fall through the floor here almost. Mm. Should be good. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm feeling doubtful right now. The 15, this is just depressing. Looking at the 15-minute candle on ES and YM versus NQ right now. Like how how is this going to be our 15-minute candle on these two, and then NQ is just straight up? You know what I mean? Toast my buns and serve me a milkshake. Extend my stop? No, I just don't want to risk that much. I'm risking like 1100 on this right now currently. I already kind of didn't really want to see this. I was kind of thinking to myself that if we got back above this fair value gap here that we inversed, I'd be out. But just by watching ES and YM, seeing them just sell so hard, I'm like, I'll keep it on. Give it a moment, but we'll see here. Still don't feel good about this. Just because, I mean, these are now trading below, like ES trading now below these lows here. I could see this pop back up, and then NQ gets that final move here. And you got ES trading into this hourly fair value gap now. NQ just hasn't moved down at all. Really unfortunate. YM hourly gap. We'll see. A little bit of a drake. No, I'm not going to add more. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. The reason I did 2 was so I could partial, actually, near these lows and toward New York midnight. And then maybe leave one for London. Jeez. So far needing basically every ounce of my stop loss. I put it above the first presented fair value gap candle. I put it right at the candle high. $400 minis. I don't think I could do that. All right, our first little bit of green on this trade finally. We'll see if we get any follow through it or not. It's just crazy the difference right now in weakness. You know, ES trading lower, YM trading way lower. NQ's far behind. $9.49 right now. What's up, Carthio? Yeah, if the SMTs at the lows hold, this is still not great. A lot of SMTs against us now. Oops. New York midnight hit on ES. And that hourly gap, like I said. ICT is not your dad. Relax. Who you talking to? ICT is my father. ICT is my dad. All hail ICT. No ICT slander will be accepted in the chat. Remember, guys, we do have medium impact news in 10 minutes. So be mindful. We'll be mindful as we get closer to it. I'd like to be break even, if not out beforehand. Just depending on how quickly we can move here. ES is slowing down a lot at New York midnight. Need to flush here. I agree. I'm just worried about how much ES and YM have already flushed. That makes me feel like NQ won't fucking do it. That's the only thing I'm worried about right now. Which lows am I targeting? Just pre-market lows in New York midnight, and then London low. Ideally, would be nice. 9:53 currently. News in 6.5 minutes. Yeah, gotta see some follow through here. Otherwise, I don't love this if we come by all the way back up, especially quickly. I think if we reject here, I may consider closing just because we're getting close to the news as well. Oh. No follow through, dude. Come on. I'm still in, but my hand's basically on the flatten all button right now. There we go. Come on. Drop it down. EYM pulling back up here to 8:30 open. ES is now just going sideways. News in 5, guys. News in 5. Wow, dude. That's crazy. I'm just going to hop out, dude. 5 minutes here till news. We're rejecting this low. So secured like 300, not even. Just can't get follow through here. Wanted to see us follow through a little bit so I could go break even without my, without giving it like no room to breathe. Anyway, I'm out there. I don't really want to be in this unless we were like deep in. Yeah. Good. W close. Holy fuck. That's crazy. I'm happy now. All right, I'm happy. Thank God. I just didn't want to close it and then it just nukes. That would have sucked. Wow. Ugh. Yikes. That's funny. Usually my luck is the exact opposite of that. I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, this is the... So I secured, yeah, like 278, $300. Only on that. I mean, it just... Yeah, nothing doing here. Nothing doing. You have the footprint chart, so you saw the orders coming, Asfers. Nice. Why didn't I go live yesterday? Yeah, it was no news Monday. Huge new week opening gap. I was just like, I just feel like it's going to be shit action. Got to get a lottery ticket before my luck expires. Listen, I don't know if Tyler Jacobs is in the chat. Dude, that guy's just been winning. He went on a little family vacay over the weekend. He stopped at like, what did he play slots at like three different slot machines and he won $2,000 every time. I'm like, dude, fucking go buy a lottery ticket. What are you doing? He's doing like $2 bets and he made like over $2,000 twice. AK was the AK was the total. Then you had a parlay that hit. This guy's fucking degen mode right now, and it's paying off. Why did you start using YM? I didn't really necessarily start using YM Y388. I basically, to be totally honest with you, I kind of just like the layout of this more, where I can keep a larger NQ chart than having it half and half. So I needed a third chart basically for the layout, so I used YM. Kind of worked out, but I'm not really using it. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to keep an eye on it, but I'm not referring to it for like, oh, SMT here, you know. Especially if it's doing the exact opposite. But right now, it seems almost, it's funny because even while we're in that trade, it's like ES and YM were correlated and NQ is just totally doing the opposite. So I have noticed though that when that happens, generally NQ seems to follow suit eventually. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, I don't know what this spike was. That's crazy. Things are getting wicked. No pun intended. Re-enter my short. I mean, not with news. News just came out here. I still like the shorts, obviously. I like the narrative of drawing towards session lows and new week opening gap. Definitely could look for re-entries if we get something, but believe it or not, I am trying to be smart here and calculated. I don't want to get screwed at all-time highs by shorting, but people think that means that you can never click the short button. I mean, yeah, it's just been if you've been trying to short NQ this morning, it's a little frustrating if you're looking at the ES and, well, especially ES. ES is the weakest of the three. ES is looking heavy on the 15. You can see here. Hourly gap's still holding though with the bodies. This ended up being basically a perfect turtle soup for the moment, especially if we see a new high. NQ patched. I think it's his New York AM session is just cooked. Don't you guys love trading all-time highs? Honestly, I was thinking about this, bro. If you are a brand new trader this year, like you just started in 2025. I mean, I don't know. I thought like early spring wasn't bad at all. But boy, once tariffs came in April, bro, this shit has been nuts. Like if this is your first year trading, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's, just great timing. But if I was trying to think of something like a Hallmark card to make you feel better, I'd say something like, smooth water's never made for skilled sailors or some shit like that. But I'm sure that probably doesn't make you feel any better. Back in shorts. I might rejoin the shorts, but just trying to be patient now that this obviously is still kind of just stuck in this range. I just like, the more I look at the ES chart, the more I'm enticed to get in shorts on NQ, but But we'll be patient a little bit. Maybe get this inverse and then go for lower potentially. Just try not to jump right back in. Do you not want to see the 15-minute invert? The 15-minute? Yeah, down here? Yeah, ideally. But we've tapped into it, right? That was where kind of that mental break even was if we didn't see follow through. That's why I ended up closing it. You know, so ideal market structure would be nice to almost see the sponsor a new high. But would I wait for this to invert before I short? Probably not. I mean, all things considered, we're in steep premium over almost 2 standard deviations of Asia range high, above equities open, midnight open, New York open. We're above all opens, above all sessions. It's just the strength on NQ right now for whatever reason is kind of nuts, and then holding up everything else. But yeah, it's just hard for me when I, you know, again, new week opening gap. We see the week open up, leave the gap obviously, and then just go straight up yesterday, pretty much, and then straight up again to overnight and today. It's like, bro, I'm gonna fade that shit. Like, I see that as manipulation. I'm sorry. Like, and in terms of premium and discount ranges, it's like, how are we not in a heavy premium right now? From an intraday basis, I'm not saying like I'm expecting market to crash or anything, but I don't think a little move lower to correct is fucking out of the question. Holy shit. Let us take out some lows here. October in the AM session, absolute GOAT. Yeah, has been not the easiest to navigate. You just get a lot of setups too, where it's like you might have a higher time frame premium or discount narrative, and then it's like it just kind of doesn't really matter, and it just keeps going. In this case, obviously higher. But I feel like there's been a lot of setups over the month in the morning that at least where it's like you probably could make a case for either direction. So like no trade has really been like there's been very few trades I would say that have been like true like A+ setups. You know, you could make the argument that well just don't trade then, but you know, it is what it is. Did I take 50% retracement long? No, I'm looking for shorts right now, truthfully. The other thing that's been happening to me, I made a little TikTok yesterday talking about it, but I'm just sitting here like over the weekend, obviously reflecting about kind of like the last couple weeks. And it's like, dude, the number of trades in the morning that it's like we've done well with being patient and finding good entries, but then it's like, bro, I can't even count the number of trades where I move like we trade into like let's say a 1R or we trade into like a really low hanging fruit target, and the risk reward just isn't great, like 1R, maybe just a little over 1R. So I'm usually going break even at those points and trying to get a better RR for my actual take profit. And the number of trades that I've been stopped at break even on have been ridiculous. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with like a break even here and there, you know what I mean? But it's like all the time, I'm like break even, break even, break even. It's just like, you know, I think of even Friday before going on tilt and max lossing the accounts. It's like we had that trade, they hit 1R. It's like I don't know. It's just been a mental capital drain for me, if I'm being honest. Like the number of times that this has happened in the last couple of weeks. I'm usually the type of guy that's like, you know, I'm more so gonna tilt if I let a green trade go red, so I don't mind a break even. But apparently when you get break even that many times, apparently it's like, all right, well, time to tilt. Switch strategy. Why ICT only? Dude, I've done it. I've tried every strategy under the sun, bro. I'm good. The strategy, I will say this though, after trying a bunch of strategies through my first like couple of years, the strategy does not make or break your trading, if I'm being honest. Really, it comes down to if you take good trades with decent risk management and like that's it. That's truthfully it. Usually when people go on tilt, they don't end up really trading any strategy. They just kind of throw caution to the wind and they just rage and hit buy or sell. You know? So that's not really, that's not a strategy fault. No gay traders. Hang on, do I have anything for that? No gay traders? No, I guess I don't have anything for that. I thought I had something zesty on my stream deck here I could have played there. I guess not. Sherry says, hello, I'm from India. Hello, Sherry. I'm from not India. Do you think 9 a.m. high needs to be taken first? Maybe, yeah. Dummy Dakota says, understanding market structure and not thinking you understand is where you really have your run of fun. Yeah, well, a lot of times you'll see people will ask questions like, well, what's the difference between a break of structure or market structure shifts and like a liquidity sweep? And the only way to really interpret that is the higher time frame narrative and premium and discount ranges, right? So when you're in premium with a high probability draw on liquidity, like equal lows, equal highs, low resist, LR, session high, session lows, et cetera. Premium and discount is generally how you're looking to build that narrative around, whether or not it's a break of structure or whether or not it's a liquidity sweep. So, it's not all break of structures are created equally, I think is what I may be trying to say there. But where it gets tricky and difficult is when obviously at these all-time highs where you just get, you're seemingly always in a premium and then it just like keeps grinding higher. And then the moment you try longing in the all-time high, it just tanks. Exactly, Paris. Yeah, I've always said this too as well. Like the condition, generally most strategies seem to do well when we're in just spooling markets, and just getting clean, trendy moves that deliver. Think of whether it's ICT, whether it's supply and demand, whether it's orb, EMA, VWAP trading, right? Like when markets are clean, moving in one direction, that's generally when those strategies perform the best. So, at the end of the day, whether you caught it using a inverse fair value gap or some sort of ICT PD array versus something else, I mean, who really cares? I can tell you this, when you go to request a payout, they don't say, hey, listen, hey, before we approve this payout, we got to fucking make sure. Now, did you take this with a fair value gap, yes or no? Oh, you didn't? You didn't take it with a fair value gap? Well, sorry. Try again. Oh, you did. You said you used a trend line for that trade that got you to a payout, huh? Sorry, buddy. Is this called trendline funding? Payout denied. Doing a giveaway today, Gordon. Gordon, you know, we just might. We just might do it, Gordon. Hard time to trade all-time high, Tyler, question mark. I'm having a hard time with it. But, you know, there's always a genius somewhere that's like, oh, yeah. There's always people on the internet that are retiring their whole bloodline, regardless of whatever the condition is. You could have the most god-awful barcode price action. You'll have people in the comments, skill issue. Oh, bro, you didn't take a trade today because you thought it was choppy? Wow, skill issue. I fucking made 20 racks. LOL. Can't believe people watch this guy. What a fucking loser. It's like... It's those types of comments where you're just like, bro, the internet is just fucking not a real place. I have been trading for like 5 to 6... Well, yeah, by the end of this year, it'll be going on 6 years. Closer to 6 than 5, and then I'll be able to say 6 or 7. This is crazy. I don't know if I should be impressed that I'm just green right now. I guess I should be, considering the fact that I closed like here, and then literally less than a minute later we were crazy spiking. Did I trade demo? You know what's funny, Nins? I did trade demo on MetaTrader with like a shit ton of indicators for like 5 minutes. I basically was like, I practice on a MT4 demo account, just like placing trades. I shit you not, maybe a day, maybe 2 days or something like that. I'm just practicing with like stochastic RSI and EMAs and Bollinger Bands, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, I can tell when market's overbought, oversold. And I jumped into I was in a live account pretty fucking fast. Granted, they weren't like when I first started. I was just doing like, because that was one thing with CFDs is you could get away with like really small deposits, and because of the leverage that you had with them, like 1 to 500 or whatever, like you could open up trading accounts with really small amounts of money. So I'd put like 500 bucks in at a time. You know, just blow 500. I put another 500 in. Blow 500. I put another 500 in. Put 500 in. Double it. Lose it. So it's like, yeah. But I will say this though. I mean, obviously there's benefit to paper trading somewhat, but nothing will. That's why even prop evaluations are better than nothing, in my opinion, because at least you have some skin in the game. Obviously, it's not enough to like really ruin you financially if you lose, you know, a couple evaluations because they're just so cheap. But yeah, bro, when it's pure paper trading all the time with zero skin in the game, it's not the same at all, because you don't treat it the same. You might hit a target, for example, and you just be like, well, let me just hold this because it's demo and it doesn't matter. And then if it comes back to your entry, you're just like, well, I would have taken profit if it was real, right? And then if it does continue in your favor, you're thinking that you're way better than you really are, because you're like, oh my god, I'm amazing at this. When in reality it's like you just wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have made the same decisions if it was real in some aspects. So there's like no emotions in demo. I've always kind of said, like, even while you're learning, I mean, you got to just come into trading, know that you're going to probably lose some money initially. Like, it's just, any other mindset is just fooling yourself. So I've always said that if you really want to learn, obviously test your strategy, but also get a feel for like the experience of dealing with some emotions. You know, that's what prop evaluations can be for, or just really small live personal accounts, right? But you don't feel any emotion with paper trading. So I don't really recommend doing it for a long period of time. Obviously, you know, get familiar with just what placing a trade feels like and all that. But yeah, it's nowhere near the same as having at least some skin in the game. But definitely have, like, you know what I mean? Definitely have some sort of a plan of strategy you're going to follow. I think that's kind of goes without saying, but. Yeah, we're just barcoding here, boys. On everything. ES is going sideways. YM's going sideways. NQ has just been in this gap fucking for 20, going on 25 minutes here. Lovely PA we're having, chat. Lovely PA. This is fantastic, fantastic. Somehow we're green, actually. I mean, if I had a crystal ball and I saw price action looking like this and you were to tell me I'd walk away green, I'd say thank God. Why don't I use the 4-minute? Great question. Why don't I use the 4-minute? Oh, wait. Is there even a 4-minute chart? It just did 4 months. 4 minutes. Here we go. Oh, dude, the 4-minute chart. What have I been missing? You know what actually is sneaky, sometimes good? The 10-minute chart. Sometimes I'll see price reject. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I hitting? I'm not hitting anything on the 15, the 5, and then I'll look and I'll be like, oh, they're all 10-minute, huh? Damn. How did you build up your resistance to FOMO into a trade? After the first trade, I tend to enter into the next 1-minute FEG, etc. Hang on. After the first trade, I tend to enter into the next 1-minute FEG. How do you build up your resistance of FOMO into a trade? I mean, hang on. Let's not get distracted here. We might have a trade setting up here. I might have to engage in my FOMO anyway. This might be bad timing to answer this question. Yeah, it's just like crazy. My self-reflection over the weekend was just like, dude, just go for fucking 1 hours at this point. Like, but I don't know. I don't know if I have like the best answer for the FOMO question. I think that you're never gonna not have some level of FOMO. I would make the argument that every single trade you take is FOMO technically. Otherwise, you would never take anything. Right? The only reason you enter any trade is because you don't want to miss out on said trade idea. So you enter it, right? But, you know, FOMO's, it's a subjective thing, I guess. Only you know when you're taking a trade purely out of emotion or actual logic. So I've always just said that if you have good risk management with your trades and you're taking a trade based on logic and not just like pure emotion. Now, is every 1-minute fair value gap sound logic? Not really. But I guess what I would say is, I mean, especially if you're a newer trader, I feel like you get a better grasp of self-control just after getting your ass handed to you enough times in the beginning. And that's not even going to say like you're going to be perfect. Like, I mean, you guys saw me literally go on tilt on Friday and I hit max loss on my account. So, but I think this perception of perfection in trading is just kind of a fallacy. The reality is, like, when you look at even a lot of the people online that you guys probably follow, it's like you're only seeing maybe 30-40% of the truth. Like, you're not seeing everything. So I never want to give this illusion of like, obviously we want to be perfect, but it's just not really a reality. But I would say this, for those of you guys that have been trading for a while, It's like, you know when a good trade sets up and when there isn't one, and you also know what it should look like when it works out. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have an idea of what it should look like, and when it's not playing out in your favor, when you should just kind of sit on your hands. There is a lot of LR at your stop, just saying. Are you talking to me with all this? Yeah. I'm not in this yet. I'm waiting for this inversion, and then I may stab towards here. Mark says, when you get tired of losing, you stop with the FOMO. I don't know if you stop completely, but you definitely rein it in. I don't understand your entries. Can you explain why you're framing this and what you're waiting for? Yeah, I'm just viewing price in a deep premium, with the narrative kind of being that we draw towards new week opening gap. We're above all the opening prices, above overnight session highs. Like, it's just not in my wheelhouse to long here. I don't care if we are at all-time highs. But I'm also looking for kind of a bigger move. I'm not, like, if you're just scalping within this range, right? If you just zoom in right here, I mean, shit, some of you are probably looking at this. I'm waiting for this to inverse. If this doesn't inverse, I agree that, like, this is all in play up here. Like, a lot of you guys might be looking for longs right now. And I see the logic with that. I'm not saying that cannot happen. Like I said, I'm just viewing an overall premium. So I don't want to long personally, but $30-minute OB is being traded into on ES right now currently. The only thing that I don't love about this trade is that it's going to be setting up at an odd, kind of an awkward time, right? 10:26. I prefer to be within a macro or, you know, top of an hour. See, like that close right there. I don't know. That's just too iffy. We closed like right at the low of the gap. So I'm not in this yet, but I don't know if this is going to just sell now, potentially. Yeah, if we got a weaker close, I'd been willing to try that, I think, but I think I'm just going to give it a shot with one, guys. I don't love it enough. Otherwise, but I am in with one here. Like a 25-point stop. If this doesn't play, then could see these highs before 11 a.m. and then see from there. But really don't even want to see it get back above here. Hmm. Hmm. 10:30 incoming. Opening up the 30-minute. No upper wick, going straight down here. I don't like that we open up with no manipulation higher. Hmm. Yeah, seeing VS can get respect off the 30-minute bearish for order block as well. All right, well, we did put a upper wick on the 30-minute. We just traded to a new low. Take out this low too. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty much now or never, right? See if we can run through this 15-minute bullish gap. Would be sexy. Yeah, we need to see some speed through here. Otherwise, we're just going to be back in the range, I think. Hard stops 53. Mentally, I'll probably close it if it ever come back to entry. I won't let it go back red, I don't think. I was kind of eyeing up maybe this hourly gap as a potential TP as well. Just because holding for the longer targets has been fucking me lately. That's really the only logic behind it. I'm just so used to like going for these bigger draws. I'd like to see ES go at least journal here. Yeah, so hard stop, like I said, set at 53. I'm not gonna let it go back. If it gets back to my entry, I'll just close it manually. In all likelihood. Do I like big drawers? Of course. More cushion for the pushing, right? Just kidding. But this is the kind of what I'm talking about, bro. Like, is this a 1 hour as well? Pretty fucking much. It's just like 1 hour's fucking hit while I'm getting stop break even on like fucking everything so far this whole month. Will this be another like 1 hour trade that gets stop break even? Knowing my luck this month, high probability. Weak ass 5-minute close. $10.35. Yeah, we'll just go break even. All right, we'll see. Break even or not. My money's on ya. $15-minute gap is still holding strong, chat. Wanted to see it just rip right through here. Thought it was a fair possibility considering we'd already tapped into it here. But still holding it. Could be a timing thing as well. Might see the delivery a little later, top of the hour maybe. We got the immediate hourly rebalance here, so yeah, it's kind of what I'm saying though lately. It's like the delivery beyond like 1 hour has just really not been super reliable. So, you know, I don't know. Getting a lot of it's like so many break-even trades in the New York, yeah, break even there. So many break-even trades in the month of October for me in AM session that it's like, bro, it's literally becoming a mental drain for me. It really is. A lot of money being left on the table with that, and then the sad part is like I end up kind of usually waiting for like a re-entry, and then I fucking take a loss. Like if this just comes up, takes this high out, rejects right here, it's just like this is what tilting is made of. Just makes me fucking angry. Makes me want to rage. Makes me want to fucking crash out, chat.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
Like that. All right, well, I'm out break even there. The 1 hour strikes again, I guess. And then now it's just I think it's gonna be more so a timing thing. At least that's what I'm leaning toward right now. So I'd like to get us toward 11 a.m. macro. See if it sets up. I mean, obviously it's really unfortunate if it just comes up, stops break even, then continues. Yeah, is what it is. It is what it is, but I just feel like I gotta respect the fact that we're holding bullish PD arrays still on the higher time frame. Not weak to crash out, thank God. I mean, I don't want to like actually crash out, but that's how it makes. It's just like how I feel towards NASDAQ this month so far. But like seeing this shit, you know what I mean? Like, is there logic in why I went break even? Yes. Am I getting fucked for going break even on repeat? Also, yes. And then people say, well, don't go break even then, bro. Pretty fucking simple fix. And then I don't go break even. Then I let a green trade go red. And then they're like, should have went break even, bro. It's just like, bro, I want to fucking murder your whole family when you say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to find your childhood house and burn it to the ground and then piss on the ashes. You know, nothing serious. Check Discord. I don't see anything in Discord, Telsey. Other than Lang, Legend Lang joining Team Tyler in the Grand Cup. I see that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, bro, like, fuck me. It's just fucking makes me, it makes me depressed. Just a fucking NQ. NQ is sucking my will to live out of my fucking soul. What's the purpose of life anymore? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kinda. $400th break even trade of the month. That's it. Yeah, I should fucking go tally it up, dude. It's probably it's got to be a record for me. I don't know if I've ever endured so many. It's just wild. That's absolutely wild. Yeah. It is what it is though, man. Like I know if I don't go break even here and this just rips off this 15-minute gap for these highs, which a lot of you guys in the chat are like all bonerific about these highs being taken. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't live in hindsight too much. As frustrating as it is, it's just you can't do it. All I know is 1R trades are paying right now if you're taking 1R trades on NQ with these fucking retracements. Now she looks like it's probably going to go now. Probably going to go. You're probably going to see a 1050 macro come in and just fucking flush this thing. And I'm going to fucking be sitting here like, yeah, I was trying to short the whole fucking time. And I fucking got stop break even. Fucking missed the whole trade. And I'm going to go check Twitter. I'm going to see everybody else caught it. And then I'm going to fucking go in the other room, draw a bath, and plug my toaster in. And then you're never going to fucking see me again. Ready, break. Anyway, new 15-minute incoming in a minute, in 1 minuto. Yeah, what's gold doing right now? Bro, is gold not moving? My fucking... This 15-minute chart, I feel like it's been... This 15-minute chart, I feel like it's looked like this for the last hour, but... Bro, am I fucking high? Is this not moving? No, it's moving. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. It was literally like frozen there for a second. Well, chat, how are we feeling, guys? Oh, I never did. We were bullish, by the way. I don't know if that's changed. I didn't even look, but yeah, 54% bullish at the moment. I'm not sure if that was more tilted the other way earlier or not, but... The way you talk, you could never be in a high up corporate position. Not that you want to. Well, you got to remember that in terms of like, you know, quote unquote, high level corporate positions or whatever, or like professionalism, like most of these people are just putting on a face. If I really want to put on a professionalism face and never say anything off color or whatever, I could do that pretty easily. But, you know, I try not to mask. I try not to mask my true self with you boys and girls. And I just kind of fucking let whatever comes out of this trap come out. I guess if you don't like it, you could go watch someone else, but this is how people in the real world talk. And we're selling. Fan-fucking-tastic, NASDAQ. Thank you so much. Listen, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in a high up corporate position when shareholder value isn't going up. I'd love to hear those. I'd love to hear how professional those meetings are. Listen, motherfucker. Yeah, professionalism goes out the window when people are losing money in powerful positions. Ain't that the truth, boys? You know, either that or just getting murdered, but what do I know? God forbid I crash out over a candlestick on a NASDAQ chart. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Still green on the day. Macro begins in 3 minutes. This 15-minute opened up, sold off, took out the previous 15 low. Still holding this gap. If anything, I was maybe gonna TP here, but we didn't even get here. That is the only thing I'll say about trading. As you're like, obviously I'm streaming, so I'm commentating on every move as it's happening. So, you know, I could say one thing here and then 2 minutes later it's here and it looks totally different. It's the kind of the beauty of the market. The beauty and the not beauty of the market is just like you could think one thing one moment and then literally a fucking minute later it's doing something completely different. Affiliates trade like idiots sometimes, for real. Yeah, that's probably true. Does streaming help you stay patient in situations like this one today? I mean, streaming, I would say streaming definitely helps in that regard in some aspects, right? Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes I do let the opinions of the public in the chat, like, I shouldn't say like I don't make decisions necessarily because of it, but I might like if I'm reading them while I'm in a trade. I try not to when I'm in a trade now. I just don't even really look at it. I don't really even look at the chat too much. Basically, every time I enter a trade, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm in a long or a short at any given moment in time. Like I'm according to someone in the chat, I'm just always going to get cooked. And my stop loss is always someone's TP. And it's just like, I prefer to wait for the trade to like play out. And then I either, you know, hopefully control the chat over it. But yeah, it's helped me. It's helped me, I would say, overall. Like, I can't sweep. When I make mistakes, I can't just sweep it under the rug because I make mistakes in front of a bunch of people. And there's an accountability factor there and like a secondhand embarrassment sometimes. I don't get embarrassed when I lose, especially if I take like a good trade that makes a lot of sense. That's why I try to explain everything that I'm taking and why I'm taking it. And I've had trades that I take purely out of emotion that I will say, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm revenge trading right now. So it's not like it's definitely made me a lot more like self-aware because I'm verbally saying what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But yeah, it's given me some patience. It's so easy when you're trading like in your privacy by yourself. Like if you fuck up or whatever, you just sweep it under the rug and move on. Like nobody has to know, kind of. So then you never really end up kind of, you know, facing it, if that makes sense. But so it's helped me in that regard. It's got its pros and cons. But I don't know. I like to think it's helpful either way, whether I win or lose. I don't know, man. When I first got started trading, I would have loved to have watched someone like this. I mean, I felt like, you know, it was such a mental fucking drain always seeing people win nonstop. And I'm just like, you know, obviously as a new trader getting my ass handed to me left and right. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, apparently these guys just never fucking lose. And I'm just the only retard that you know what I mean? You kind of think of yourself like, I guess I'm the only fucking stupid person out here in the markets, apparently. And then you kind of just realize, you grow up and you realize like most people are just full of shit, but it sucks. I don't like losing. I fucking hate losing. Just tapped this hour. We long? Question mark. We actually didn't tap this hour yet. This hourly gap, I'm assuming you're saying. Did not tap that yet. I'm not long. I mean, I've been looking for shorts all morning. Macro has started. I will say we're holding this. Kind of looks like we could get a run up here to these highs. I'll try not to be too stubborn, but I will say I'd almost would have not hated this long setup from here if we did take out this hourly low. I'd feel a lot better about that. I know we took it out on ES, right? That's really about it, though. See what we do around the top of the hour, guys. Look at the wick rejection, though, off this first presented fair value gap. Kind of cool to see. How many of you guys are in longs currently at the moment is the question, though. I'm sure some of you guys are. Perhaps perhaps the longs do come in here. But I'm I'm not long at the moment, no. Here's the 30-minute. What's up, TG? Kind of like shorts, Tyler, bro. I've tried 2 shorts today. One small little profit I was able to get off here before 10 a.m. Just no follow through, and then got stop break even on this second short after being up 1R. Tyler, bro, 1R might be the move here for New York AM session. Honestly, like these high RR trades, I'm so sick of getting stop break even in the AM session this month. That's fucking. Feel like I'm going crazy over here a little bit about it. I'm usually fond of break evens, but so many this month in the AM session, it's been tough. Been a mental drain for me, honestly. But yeah, I've been short all morning, short bias, I should say. Obviously, NQ being a lot stronger. ES and YM had a much better sell-off than NQ did. And then, yeah, we'll see what we get from here. We're in the 11 a.m. macro, 11 a.m. and top of the hour in 4 minutes, guys. I don't know. I could kind of make a case for both right now. Obviously, I was hoping to see the sell-off a little deeper, considering we were in such a premium, but now I'm kind of a little unsure on direction, to be honest. Goes break even after 10-30 points and blames market. 10-30 points and blames market. I mean, I went break even after a trade into a higher time frame opposing PD array that I want to see not hold after being up over 1R. So there's no delivery, no follow through. People only have a problem with the BEs if they continue to my targets afterward, but it's like I said, it's all usually cherry picked in the comments. If I go break even, get stop break even, and it continues, I'm an idiot for going break even. If I don't go break even and it ends up in a loss, then you're an idiot for not going break even. So, welcome to the internet. Welcome to the intranet. These are new 150Ks. Yes, cash out AZ or cash out Zay. I torched the 150Ks last on Friday. Basically, I had a little bit left, a little bit of margin left, like literally a couple $100 left. But yeah, that was torched. Torched, boys, up in flames. Fuck those accounts. Fuck those accounts. Yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Like I said, this is anybody's guess right now for me. 15-30-minute gap here. Hour is going to close here in a minute and a half. I mean, like I said, I would have loved at least this hourly to get into here. Government shutdown's fault? Yeah, let's go with that. Thanks for nothing, Trump. Hey, I guess October still finally played out though, huh? All-time highs like no other. It really was an October to remember. I don't know if it's to remember for a good reason for me, but it's an October to remember nonetheless. Spooky season, boys. Spooky season. 15 looks good on ES for lower, as it has kind of looked all morning, to be honest. And on YM. NQ is the only stinker that for some reason wants to hold more strength, seemingly. Or consecutive BE day. Gianluca might as well go for go for 5. I mean, I know we complain about it. Obviously, it's still better than like, you know, you'd rather have 4 consecutive break-even days than 4 consecutive red days, but it doesn't mean that it's not frustrating. But yeah, Nins, between the 7 minis accident and between the 7 minis accident and then the max loss on Friday, yeah, those accounts didn't have a chance. Didn't have a chance. What kind of monitor do I use? I have a they're all LG monitors. I've slowly upgraded my monitors. I feel like I should. So I have. It's kind of weird. I kind of wish I would have went with all the same monitors. I have 3 different ones, which is a little like my OCD trips out over that. But I have a 4K ultra fine main monitor, which is what I'm sharing here. Above, I have a ultra gear. It's like a high frames per second monitor. So if I do any gaming, if I fucking dunk on any kids in Fortnite, I usually use that. And then I have a ultra wide, LG ultra wide, 34-inch thing. I think 34-inch curved monitor that I have mounted vertically. That's what I got, like OBS chat, my Ninja Trader on. Oh yeah. But in hindsight, I would have just went with like 3 4K monitors, to be honest. I'm not what you would call like the most technically savvy person. But who knows? Maybe we'll upgrade the monitors. Maybe we'll get a couple more 4Ks for like Black Friday or something, and then look to maybe sell these. I don't know. What do people do with what do people do with these old used monitors? Do I just fucking put them on Marketplace or some shit? Like, what is my, I got the what is my PC here actually? My PC is the Asus G752. So it's a pre-built I don't know what it has. I think it's is it the 4090? I think. I don't know. You can look it up. You just look up Asus G752. It'll tell you all the specs. Is pre-built bad? That's what I was told. That's from my research. That's what I was instructed to get, was pre-built. Like I said, guys, I'm not a computer nerd. I don't know the most about computers. I really don't. I'm just praying that nothing ever happens to this and I don't have to fucking fix anything myself or replace something. I'll just take it somewhere. I don't fucking know shit. I'll probably break it. Building a PC is so fun. Yeah, until you get pissed at it because you don't know what you're doing. Just less cost efficient. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I think I paid I want to say, I mean, it was like 3K. I think it was like 3K, yeah. But it was like, I got a couple of things with it. I'm trying to remember how much that stuff was. Yeah, I think with like the keyboard and the mouse, and then I got like an external hard drive. It was like 3,300 total. That was not too bad. I still have my Mac Mini. That's what I used to stream on, was a Mac Mini, but I hung on to it just because that's what I use for like Final Cut Pro and editing. But yeah, realistically, this PC is probably overkill for what I use it for. But that's good. I wanted something that... I was thinking about getting an even beefier one. But what I have now is probably already overkill, so... You bought like a dad would buy stuff, a bulk deal? Haha. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, the monitors that I have no complaints with them. Like, they're fine. The only thing that's a little bit... You know, just again, my OCD is just the fact that they're different, a little bit different resolution. I don't really notice the difference, if I'm being honest. The one that I noticed the difference on is the 4G, the LG ultra wide. The ultra wide, you can tell the resolution's a little bit worse than the other two. But I got this ultra wide. I got this probably freaking 2021 or something. 2020 maybe. I don't know. I've had it for a while. This. I used to just have one monitor. It was just the ultra wide one. Do I trade GC? I don't. I've been tape reading it a lot recently. So I you know, never say never. Maybe I will look into trading gold. I've had a couple successful tape reads on it, but I feel like as I've been looking at it recently, I haven't really seen too many like great clear setups. For a while here, we were just in this range on gold. And I wanted to see us take out one end of the range before looking for reversal. And you can see the price now just kind of continued selling off, leaving generated buy side for later. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really too sure what to expect on gold here, if I'm being honest. Maybe if like in the higher time frame, 4 hour, we get this flip. Could maybe see higher back to these highs. Would be something I could work with. But right now, until that happens, maybe you're better off staying a little bit more on the bear side, but... What's up, Nika? London session stream? Fuck no. God, no. Yo, who in the chat here that is from the United States? Who is from the United States that trades London session and New York session? Like consistently, like every day almost. Who in the chat from the United States is doing that? Let me know. It's not as impressive if you're in Europe or if you're in like the other side of the world because it's like middle of the day. God, I wish I could read your name. This guy says he's from Israel. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I don't know how to. I don't know, but what's up? Andrew started to. London is such a nice session. London session is 9 a.m. for my location. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like London session's morning for the people across the pond, but and then New York session's obviously like middle of the afternoon, so you know, you don't have to be a night owl. You don't have to be a night owl that doesn't sleep to trade it. What do you guys think here? Are we going to go back to these highs here now or what? Little 15-minute bearish. Bro, I don't fucking know what to... I don't know. I really don't know. It kind of looks like it wants to go higher, but I... Listen, sometimes the manliest thing you can do as a trader is just say, you know what? I just don't fucking know. Right? Is that true or true? Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I just don't know. I don't fucking know. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Real men admit when they don't know. Unless a woman is asking, and then you say, "Oh, I got it," and then you go figure it out, right? But like, type shit. Tesla still on slower. Yeah, time zone. We got daylight savings time, so time zone's not changing, but daylight savings time on Sunday, guys. Also, Tradeify Grand Cup is Sunday, boys and girls, boys and girls. Guys. What I need you to do, hang on. What I need you to do here is I'm gonna need you guys to head over to your Tradeify back office. All right. Go over here to the Grand Cup. Go to your dashboard. And I need you guys to come here and select Team Tyler and then click the old Join Team option. Because, guys, we're going to... Somebody from this chat, somebody from this team is going to win it all. Oh, God. What are we doing? But yeah, November 2nd, boys. It's coming in hot. Coming in quick. We got daylight savings time November 2nd as well. 2-minute inversion here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. To be trusted is the question. Yeah, I'm going to try it with one here, I think. Right at the hourly open. Let's see if we could get a push to this hourly gap and maybe a little bit lower for these hourly lows, though. I'm going to give this a try one more time here with one off this 2-minute inversion, 3-minute bearish OB, and it's being sponsored by a 15-minute bearish gap here. I know we're kind of in the middle, though, of two higher time frame 15-minute PD arrays. And it's a little choppy right now. But let's see if this hourly can flip bearish or not. Inside hourly candle on the previous hour. So let's see if there's any follow through or not. If not, we'll wrap it up. Tilting again. You know I love my chop trades taken in. Do want to see it move quickly through like these lows here and for this hourly. If we come back up even into here, really, I'm probably going to hop out. Not even chop at this point. It's lifeless. Oh, so this is the fetus of a liberal. Too soon? Sorry. Chat is selling. I thought chat was longing. I thought chat was longing to 9 a.m. highs. All right. I am going to hop out there, guys, so my P&L doesn't flip red on the day. It's not really giving me the move lower that I was looking for, so still walking away up $50. Fuck yeah, we're rich, boys. Yeah, dude, tough market, honestly, a little bit. Can't get the market to give it to us, man. This market was raised right, and it ain't just giving it up to no one, is it? You really gotta fucking work for it, huh? Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this wants to do. It's too choppy for my liking, though. Better than red is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? You just look at this price action, it's like, good God. Good God, man. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm probably going to call it a morning here, guys. Remember, we do have Visa earnings later. It's not a $1 trillion market cap, so it shouldn't be maybe too bad, but just to keep that in mind. And then obviously we got more earnings tomorrow. Tomorrow morning is probably going to be a no stream morning for me. I'll be live in the afternoon for FOMC. Is my plan. And yeah, man, we'll see, I guess, if they want to leave this new week opening gap in play for tomorrow. It's just kind of been it's been what I've been wanting to see for a narrative going into this week. So that's kind of my game plan, man. Custom signs. I think I just ordered it off of Amazon. Malak. Anyway, guys. All right. Hey, guys. Enjoy your Tuesday. Be safe. Be as safe as you can. If you want to get fun to a Tradeify, code Tyler or code TT. And like I said, guys, join the Tradeify Grand Cup. Team Tyler. All right. And we'll have giveaways lined up as well for those in the team, man. So we'll see you guys in there. Enjoy your Tuesday. And I will see you guys, if nothing else, back here tomorrow afternoon for post FOMC, guys. All right. Enjoy your day, everybody. Peace and love.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.